Oh. Oh shit. I just woke up. What the hell? I'm supposed to be doing a show right now? Well, the fucking Giants just put me to fucking sleep. The fucking Giants are fucking retarded, okay? I seriously am sick of them. I am sick of them tricking me. So first of all, you had the first game, right? The first game, the Commanders, as the fucking air goes on while I'm trying to do my speech. But anyways, so you'd have the Commanders, right? They played the Giants in the first game. So the Giants, they score 6 points in that game. 6 fucking points. And I'm like, oh, same old Giants. Same old Giants. Russell Wilson. Russ can't cook. If he cooked, he burned the bread. He burned the stove. Whatever the fuck he was cooking on, that shit was not cooking. So second game comes around. Oh, well, Giants suck, so everyone's got their money on the Cowboys. Cowboys going to win. And the Cowboys did win. But then in that game, they scored 37 points. How do you go from 6 points to 37 points to fucking 9? They scored 9 points. They had 3 field goals. 3. They couldn't drive the ball down the field for shit. The only good thing about the Giants today was Cam fucking Scatterbo. He showed up, and he might win Rookie of the Year. It's either going to be him or Emeka Ibuka so far are my favorites for Rookie of the Year. If I'm forgetting someone, my bad. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm making this fucking video. But the Giants, I just do not get it, right? I don't, and more specifically not the Giants, more specifically Russell Wilson. And this will go back to last year with the Steelers. They were 10-3. They were 10-3. They were beating teams. They beat the Redskins. I still call them the fucking Redskins. It wasn't fucking racist. They should have kept the name, but whatever. It's now the Commanders, or whatever. They beat the Commanders. They beat the Ravens. The Steelers beat those teams with Russ as quarterback. He was QB in those games. But then, against the Eagles, against the Chiefs, he shit the bed. We lost to the Chiefs by 19. We lost to the Eagles. That game was close. That was Najee's fault, that game. And then in the playoffs against the Ravens, where the fuck was he? Where the fuck was Russell Wilson? But also, where the fuck was the defense? But enough ranting about the Steelers for now. We could talk about their game, how they won. And they won despite the Patriots dominating time of possession. You know why they won? New England, 4 fumbles. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How the fuck do you have 4 fumbles in one game? That's a fumble every fucking quarter. If you average it out amongst the game, that's a fumble every fucking quarter. So the Steelers won. I was glad about that, but man, that scares me because that's not going to happen every game. The team you play ain't going to give you the ball 4 fucking times while they're on offense. So I'm a little nervous about that, not going to lie. But a win is a win, and now the Steelers will focus on Minnesota next week. But guess what? I ain't going to be able to watch that game. You ask me why I ain't going to be able to watch that game? I'll be able to watch the second half. I ain't fucking getting up. That game starts at 9:30 in the morning. You think I'm getting up for that shit? Fuck no. You think I'm getting up to watch a Mike Tomlin team play? Fuck no again. I am not watching that shit at least until 11 o'clock. I'm not getting up. I'm not going to set my alarm. I will set my alarm. I will say this for NFL Red Zone every Sunday. I mean, I should basically be up anyways. It's fucking 1 o'clock. What the hell am I doing? But I go to bed late. So I'll set my alarm for NFL Red Zone. So I do that all the time. But I'm not going to set my alarm for a fucking Steeler game. I'm sorry. I'm a Steelers fan, yes, but are they the most inspiring football team to watch? Are they the most enjoyable football team to watch? I root for them, but the answer is no, not even close. Like, they played 1970s football, and we're in 2025, and they still think they have Mean Joe Green back there on defense. Reality check for you Steeler fans, me included, they don't. They do not have Mean Joe Green. They have nothing on that defense. TJ Watt's really the only bright spot, and today they would have been cooked. They would have gave up about 32 points today if the Patriots didn't fumble 4 fucking times. So I don't know about the Steelers, but I'll just say I'm not going to get up for the first half of that game. I'll get up for the second, but fuck no, I ain't not getting up for that shit. But let's move on to some of the more important games. The Steelers won that game, and it was cool, whatever, but what the fuck was going on in the NFL today? I feel bad for the field goal kickers today in this league because holy fuck, no one can block. Everyone's getting through. It's like Biden and his border crisis. Everyone's getting through that fucking shit. Like, the Packers tried to kick a field goal. It was blocked. That was going to be a game winner. Browns go down and score. The Eagles block a field goal. The Rams are going to pull off an upset. That shit gets blocked. And then the Jets and the Buccaneers. I was watching the Buccaneers and the Jets game. It's what, 26 to... No, it was 23-6. The Bucs were beating the Jets 23-6. Because I watch Red Zone, so I see the scores of all the games, but obviously they're not going to be showing it. It's 23-6. And then I see a Garrett Wilson touchdown. I'm like, okay, all right, now it's a 10-point game. But then Baker gets them in the field goal range. They kick a field goal. Jets score on 4th and goal. Allen Lazard, down 26-20. I'm like, oh, yeah, 26-20. Bucs are going up 9 with this field goal. And then, holy fucking shit, the thing's blocked, and the Jets go all the way. Old McDonald had a fire. I don't know what the fuck his name is. All I know is it starts with a McDonald, and he scored a block kick for a touchdown. And I said for a second, oh, my God, the Bucs are going to blow this game. The Bucs are going to somehow lose this game. They were up the whole damn game. And then Baker, touchdown maker, Mayfield, does what he always does, driving late in games. I think Baker Mayfield, I mean, this guy might already, I don't know if there's a Clutch Player of the Year award, but if there is one, that's Baker Mayfield's. I mean, he's three games and 3 game-winning drives. Are you kidding me? He's phenomenal. And Emeka Egbuka, that boy's something special. He is something special. And I'm a Michigan fan, so me saying that means a lot because I hated that boy. I absolutely hated. I despise Ohio State. But he's a beast. He's a fucking beast. I'm glad they don't have his ass no more. He's a beast, and we'll see if Jeremiah has the NFL career that he's having so far, because so far, Emeka Egbuka's NFL career, I mean, you couldn't start off a career better than that. I mean, you look at Genty. He's doing nothing. So you cannot start a career better than what Emeka Egbuka has so far. So that's good for them. The Atlanta Falcons, I have no idea what's wrong with Michael Penix. Michael Penix, I'm going to call him Michael Penis until he starts playing good. Michael fucking Penis, he gets ass. They lose 30-0 to the Carolina Panthers. Folks, they lost 30-0. It'd be different if it was against, the Ravens. They lost 30-0. It's still fucking embarrassing because it's the Ravens. Or if it was the Bills, it's still embarrassing because you scored no points. But you scored a goose egg against the fucking Panthers? The Carolina Panthers? How do you even do that? How the fuck do you even manage that? Granted, their kicker missed 3 fucking kicks. Whoever that guy is, they need to bring back Younghoe Koo. I don't care if Younghoe Koo can see. If he can't see, he's better than that motherfucker. He's terrible. Parker Romo, whatever. Get his ass out of there. But you scored 0 points against the Panthers. That's the worst team in the league, Atlanta. That would be like Oklahoma in college football, losing to Toledo and losing 25-0. That's how bad that is. It's one thing if you get upset, but to get upset by an underdog losing by 30, no, you got to get out of the NFL. They got to demote Atlanta to college or to the G League or something. They don't have a G League in the NFL, but they better get one, and they better start a regulation system. Team loses, it's like soccer. They go down a fucking division. That was terrible. 30, then I still can't believe that. Just say that out loud. They lost to the Panthers by 30. This ain't Cam Newton. This ain't Jake Delhomme. This is Bryce fucking Young. It's bad. It's bad in Atlanta. It's about to get worse. I think they're playing Washington next week. If Jaden Daniels is back, I'm going to give you a score prediction right now. Let me think. 31-13. 31-13. And I feel bad because I like the guy. I like Penix, but he ain't playing well right now. He's a disaster right now. J.J. McCarthy's a disaster right now. And Minnesota looks way better without him. Look at Minnesota today. Well, look what they did. So we're going to switch to that game. The Bengals, right? Jake Brownie's in at quarterback, and the Bengals lose 48-10. 48, but it's Jake Brownie, so I'm not gonna freak out about it. I'm not gonna panic about it, and I'm not gonna panic about the Bengals season. And here's why: Minnesota got the best defense in the league. I don't care who you are. I don't care what team you root for. I don't care if you're a Packers fan, a Bears fan, a Lions fan, the Vikings' top rivals. They have the best defense in the league. Brian Flores has done numbers with that Vikings team. They were 14-3 last year with Sam fucking Darnold as their quarterback. And Sam Darnold, he's not terrible, but he ain't the best quarterback in the league. He ain't even top 10. And they made him look like top 10 last year. But then you saw in the playoffs, that guy was awful. So if Minnesota could ever get a stable quarterback, and maybe they would win a Super Bowl. I mean, that defense, Brian Flores came from Miami, first of all, and he was there, and look at their defense now. You don't think they could use a guy like Brian Flores right now? I can't stop shit. They don't know where the receivers are. The receivers are hiding like fucking cats, but they're all the way down the fucking field. Miami's like, where are they? Oh, shit, they passed us again. Surprise, surprise. It's like a track meet. Every Dolphins game, they're letting guys go wide fucking open down the sidelines. Like damn practice. But pick up football. But Miami, they should have never got rid of Flores. And now without Flores there, they're ass at defense. And it don't take a genius to realize why that changed and why Minnesota is now the best defense in the league. And Isaiah, it's so late. I forget, his name was Isaiah. I forget his fucking name. But his name was Isaiah, the guy for the Vikings today. Dude had 2 touchdowns. He had a pick 6, and then he had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. They gave him a pro football grade of 99.9. That's the highest rating they've ever gave a player in that stature. They've never gave a player that high of a grade. That's almost 100%. 99.9, that's 1/10 from 100%. Like, he played the perfect football game. So they got a dog in him, and that whole defense is phenomenal in Minnesota. So watch out for them. And the reason why you got to watch out for them is now they're tied with the Packers. You know why they're tied with the Packers? Because they lost to Joe Flacco. They lost to Joe fucking Flacco. The Packers lost to a 40-year-old Joe Flacco. And this is not the Joe Flacco from 2 years ago, mind you. This is not the Joe Flacco that won 11 games for the Browns. This motherfucker's terrible. He cannot pass anymore. I don't know what the hell happened to him, but he's terrible. The Browns are terrible. God, why do they not start Shedeur Sanders? I have never got that. Why the hell is Shedeur Sanders lower rated on the roster than Dillon Gabriel? I get that you drafted him 2 rounds earlier, but Shedeur should have never been in the 5th round. Shedeur should have been a 1st-round pick. What the fuck are people thinking? Why was Shedeur not a 1st-round pick? Hell, a 2nd round. What, 3rd, 4th? Like, nobody picked Shedeur Sanders. And I think it's just because Dion was his dad. If he was any other quarterback, look at Cam Ward, the dude's the number 1 overall pick. I don't think he's that much better than Shedeur Sanders. What's Cam done? He hasn't done nothing much. They gave up 41 today, so I guess you can't do much with that. But still, he only scored 20 fucking points. And then last game against the Rams, he did nothing in the 4th quarter. He was completely gone. He wasn't even there. And then week 1, he did nothing against Denver. So to say Shedeur Sanders is even close to Cam Ward is massive exaggeration. So I have no idea what Cleveland's doing. I don't know why they wouldn't start Shedeur. And don't start Dillon Gabriel. That motherfucker last year against Ohio State didn't even know where the hell he was. They got cooked like fried duck. The Oregon Ducks were fried duck, and they flew all the way back to fucking Oregon as soon as that game ended. That was terrible. That was a disaster. Put the Ducks back on the farm. They were awful in that game, and most of the reason why was because of Dillon Gabriel. It wasn't because of... It was also the defense, I guess, because they let Jeremiah Smith run roughshod on their whole defense. But, if Dillon Gabriel can't score, then that ain't the defense's fault that they have to keep fucking going on the field because he can't get the ball in the end zone either. So, I don't trust Gabriel. You could say Shedeur had a bad game against BYU in the bowl game. It was a fucking bowl game. Like, who cares? And I know what he can do. I know he's clutch. I know... When he points to his watch, when he points right here, it's Brady time. It's time to go. 2 minutes left. He calls that Brady time. You don't want that guy starting for you? Guy that calls him Brady time? That models his game, tries to be like Tom Brady? Come on, Browns. Come on. This is why the Browns will never get anywhere. Look at Baker Mayfield. They get rid of Baker Mayfield. The dude looks like the best quarterback in the fucking league. The Browns, every single time they have a chance to do something, they ruin Johnny Manziel. He ruined himself, but they ruined him too, letting him go out of them clubs and all that shit. And then you had him. Just don't get me started on Deshaun fucking Kaiser. How the hell did he even get the job at Notre Dame? Anyway, they go 0-16 that year he was the quarterback? So the Browns they fuck everyone up. They screw everyone. I think Shedeur needs to get a fresh start. If I was the Bengals, I'd call. I'd be like, yo, we got Jake fucking Brown shit over here. We lost 48-10. Can you give us Shedeur Sanders? You're not even using them. Like, I use someone like that, but Packers, how do you lose to the Browns? When Flacco's not even doing anything, here's how. And this is just the best way to lose a game. Like, it's just, if you want to lose a game like the fucking Cheeseheads did today, this is the blueprint. Do nothing the whole game. That's what Jordan Love did. He did absolutely nothing the whole game. I mean, credit the Browns defense. That's one of the best defenses in the league, too. Vikings and Browns are going to be like top 2 defenses. Tell you who's not, the Dallas fucking Cowboys. Holy fuck. They're getting ran through. It is disaster in Dallas. Big D, they're little now. They're small. They're terrible. I have no idea how you take one person off the defense and they're that disastrous. But I guess Micah Parsons was the whole fucking team. He was the whole fucking team because they're getting ran through like your favorite stars on the internet. It's a disaster. It is a fucking disaster. But, so here's what they do. Packers do nothing on offense the whole game. Finally show something in the third quarter. Go up 10-0. Then take a bunch of stupid penalties that leads to the Browns getting into the red zone. Then throw in the dumbest pass. Jordan Love threw the dumbest pass with 3 minutes left in the game that I've ever seen. And then, last of all, fumble the ball. Josh Jacobs fumbled the ball, and the ref didn't call it a fumble. The refs had Packers money line. The refs wanted the fucking Packers to win, and they still lost. Ball don't lie. Browns blocked the field goal, and then the kicker clutches up, kicks a 55-yarder, and they win the game. But Jacobs fumbled that shit. He clearly fumbled it. But they didn't call it, but ball don't lie. Browns win anyway. And now to the final game. This is the one that we got to talk about because this was the game of the week, for sure. The game of the afternoon. Eagles and Rams. And I keep saying the Rams. This happens every fucking time they play the Eagles. They can't get in the end zone. Every time the Rams get in the red zone when they play the Eagles, they cannot get in the end zone. They get to the 20 and they just stall out. Even today, notice how they had one touchdown in the red zone. The other touchdown was Devontae Adams' 50-yard bomb from Stafford. So they have that bomb, and they go up 10-7, and then they kick a field goal. And they go up 13-7, another field goal, 16-7, another field goal, 19-7. Finally, they score a fucking touchdown, but it's a little too late. You've given the Eagles some leeway. Even though you're up 19, you should be up 30. If you take 2 of those field goals off the board and make them touchdowns, you're up 27 points. The game's over. But at that point, A.J. Brown, who's done nothing this year, he's fucking ruined my fantasy team the whole year. He starts going off, and Devontae Smith makes some catches. Devontae Smith, they get 2 touchdowns, and then Devontae Smith on 4th and goal gives them the lead. So they get 3 touchdowns in a row. They're in the lead. But the Rams come down. They make some nice passes. Stafford's managing it well. They get into Eagles territory, line up for the field goal, and Jordan Jamarcus Russell, fat fuck Davis, 330 pounds of him, blocks the field goal, and he takes that thing to the house. He takes that. Jalen Carter, you need to watch Jordan Davis. That is how you play football. You don't fucking spit in people's faces. You don't huck Tua over the other fucking team. You go and you block the fucking field goal, and you take it to the house. And you man up, and that's what Jordan Davis did. He was fast as fuck, too, running that. They said he lost like 30 pounds. He was 400, so he went down to what? 360, 40 pounds, 30 pounds, 370, whatever the fuck. Maybe he wasn't 400, maybe he was 300, but whatever he was, he's big. He's big as fuck. He's a weeble wobble. And he ran it out. He ran it so they technically win 34-26. I mean, it didn't matter. They won either way if he didn't take it, but he does take it. So they get that win. So the Eagles go 3-0, and I don't know how the fuck you beat them. If the Rams couldn't beat them up 19, how the hell's another team going to beat them if they don't get a 19-point lead? You ain't going to beat them. It's that simple. The Eagles are going to be at least probably 16-0 or 15-0 when they play the Bills. Watch out. That Bills-Eagles game in like week 16, both those teams might not have a loss. That might be the first ever 30-0 combined record game. Those two teams might not have a loss by then. If you've seen the Bills schedule, and even if the Eagles schedule's tough, who beats them? Who's beating the Eagles right now? They just destroyed the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Then they beat the Chiefs again. They also beat the Cowboys. I mean, everybody beats the Cowboys. But they beat the Cowboys. And now they beat the Rams, who they beat in the playoffs last year. They beat them again. And the Rams have been the closest the last 2 years, but they can't score when they get in the red zone. And Stafford had a bad game. Kyron Williams was doing good, but Stafford did nothing. And the Eagles were without Lane Johnson, their best offensive lineman. And they still came back and won. So how you beat them, I don't know. So that's going to do it for the day. One more quick rant. I'm doing Sleeper Fantasy. It's a dynasty league. So if you have players, you get to protect them for the next season, the next season, the next season. So I'm 0-2, and I'm thinking I'm going to get a win this week. The opponent that I was playing, guys got Saquon and Bijan. I'm in trouble, right? Nah, Saquon doesn't do much of anything, and neither does Bijan. So I'm good, right? I'm good. He has Lamar Monday night, but I'm good. We have similar stats across the board. Everything's matching, like position players. Our wide receiver 1 got the same, or wide receiver 2 got the same. And then I look at the defense, and I'm looking at the score. I'm like, how am I losing by so much? I scroll down to the defense. My defense gets 5 points, whatever. His gets 35. His defense got 35. He had the fucking Vikings. Fuck you, Bengals. I'm done. I like the Bengals because of Joe Burrow. Well, Joe Burrow ain't playing now, so I don't got to root for them. Fuck off, Bengals. Absolutely. Fuck you. You guys are disastrous. How do you not know how to run an offense? And it wasn't just Jake Browning. Jamar Chase was fumbling every single ball that he got caught. Every single ball he caught, it's just fumbling. He's just losing the ball this way, that way. They're just losing the ball over the field. The other team's picking it up. The Vikings ran 2 touchdowns back to the house. You lose 48-10, and you fuck my fantasy team. Way to go, Vikings. Way to go, Bengals. Vikings, good for them. They did what they had to, but that screwed my fantasy team. So now I'm 0-3 in this Dynasty League. I came in last place last year, so I'm just in rebuild mode. That's what I'm in. I'm in rebuild mode. Chase Brown, you have to do something, bro. You have to do something for my team. AJ Brown's on my other fantasy league. He finally did something. But in my sleeper league, my receivers are what's carrying. My running backs are ass. Amari Hampton, he finally stepped it up. So good for him. But sheesh, and the Chargers, I mean, they're gonna. I don't care. Even though the Chiefs won, I didn't talk about that game because they played shitty. Patrick Mahomes threw the ball behind the fucking line of scrimmage like 50 times. He didn't even have a brain. I don't know where the fuck he was today. But they won because Russell Wilson can't do shit either. Let's ride to 0-3. 0-3, Giants. You and the Jets are gonna have a battle for which team can collapse worse than 9/11? These two teams, they are literally both collapsing. They're both collapsing at the same time. It is tough to witness. It is tough to witness that shit. But anyways,